MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the finale of this quick two-game series between the Kings and the Blazers. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Hunter McAllister is on the mound for game two. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Coming to the plate now, Johnny Slinger, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Fellas, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field this afternoon. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
Standing in now, Akinori Yamazaki, 0-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch. McAllister has a reputation or a knack, if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty, I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in. They'll breeze through 7 strong.
And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Stephen Oilcan will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Standing in, Richard Richardson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hot shot on the ground is short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Stepping in now, Scott Jordan. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
First offering on its way. Nori Dizzy comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this should be an interesting watch today because this team's playing well, all facets of the game. But they're facing an ace on the other side today, and they're going to have to jump on him early if they're going to have any chance.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Scorched to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away. But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Colt Snow.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Colt Snow. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 9 on the year, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Plate now, Leon Richardson, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. Into the box, Martin Zemecki. Now this is hit high and deep out to left. And this will kick off the base of the wall. Richardson ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He will score, as it's now a 3-0 ball game. We're going to see something pretty special here on Show Track. Check out the top speed of one of the fastest men in baseball as he goes all the way from first to home to score rather easily. That's about as good as it gets in the speed category right there. At the plate, Junior Rodriguez, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Tate is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Fred Blair. He went deep in the contest last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and a strike to count. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
In now, Todd Alexander, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Numbers wise, he's at 326, 7 homers and 16 RBIs. But unfortunately, right at the shortstop for the second out.
That is good.
Now in the box, Dominique Durazo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul. 2 out, nobody on. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Digging in, Zach Zimmer. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes five hits already for these guys.
Into the box now, Hunter McAllister rolled slowly down the first baseline, and that's out number 1.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
Stepping in now, Richard Richardson, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And he popped him up. Here comes the right fielder, and that ball's going to land between them. Throwing to second, but he'll be in there with a double. And the run will come across to score from second, and they open it up to 4-0 now.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
To the plate now, Scott Jordan, as the first pitch to him is swung out and missed for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
And he misses there, 1-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Richardson isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate as they extend the lead to 5-zip.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Standing in now, Nori Dizzy, as he grounds one briskly to short. The second for 1, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Stepping in, Alvaro Lopez took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The windup and the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. He pulls this one into right. Richardson is there to put it away for out number 1. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. At the plate, Corey Paint. First pitch on its way. try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Tate has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
A bouncer up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. Into the box, Stephen Hoylekamp. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
The 1-1 pitch.
Count is 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Hit Weekly back to the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now back.
Digging in to try it again, Johnny Slinger. He reached on a single in his first try. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Strike taken, good bender on the outside there. Tate at third with 2 away. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Hit out towards second. And that's through into center field, base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
That's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Theo. I think a lot of times hitters.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. On 2 hits, and they leave 1. Bottom of the third now, and digging in is the big-time power threat, Colt Snow. First pitch coming, here it is. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. One ball and 1 strike to the leadoff man here in the home third.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
This is line to left, and that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
At the plate, Martin Zemecki. Here's a pop-up now. Alexander in foul ground. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach, a foul ball. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runner at first here, one man out. And there he goes towards second. Just hung in there on that one. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Rodriguez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Digging in for his second at-bat, Doug Meadows. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Fred Blair.
Ready now, Fred Blair. And he comes in following a year in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger for third baseman. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Alexander.
0-1 the count. 5-1 our score as we play the fourth here. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Richardson is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth, and set to go as the third baseman, Zach Zimmer. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Heading out towards shallow right. Meadows has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
Now batting.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Hunter McAllister. First pitch coming. Here it is. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound, and he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Richardson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Foul tip held on to behind the plate at strike 2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. Lopez recovers, and that ends the inning. top of the 5th. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Dominique Durazo.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
High pop-up. Zimmer is underneath this one. And he's got it for out number 1.
The catcher, number 28, Alvaro Lopez.
Now to the plate, Alvaro Lopez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Lopez bats left but throws right and stands at 5'11". He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Richardson will wait on it. And there's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, Corey Tate.
Stepping up to the plate, Corey Tate. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there at short. Needed just a little more height on that one, but instead the inning is over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Scott Jordan. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
0-1, no strike.
Wow, I love to watch a guy who's not afraid to move a hitter's feet. You work inside like that, all of a sudden guys aren't likely to dive out over the plate.
Now a swing and a fly ball, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Swing and a line drive, but just foul. This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Hit hard to short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Striding in once again, Nori Dizzy. First pitch of the at-bat.
0-1.
And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. The 1-0 home is a slider that can't catch the outside.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
Looked like that swing was in slow motion. 2-1. And it misses. 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Boy, look at that thing dart. It's full now. 3-2. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll reach second now with one away.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
Grant Snyder will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Snyder.
In now, Colt Snow, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 pitch.
Look out, 1-1.
It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Line hard toward right center. And this is going to split the fairway and head out toward the rock pile for extra bases. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, Dero. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Leon Richardson stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And he misses again. 2-0.
2-0.
One out and a runner on second base. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Late square, and this is popped up. Snyder is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Martin Zemecki.
At the plate, Martin Zemecki. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Zemecki is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Ready on 0-2. Two out here and a runner at second.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We're through 5 here this afternoon, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Velez will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the sixth. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium. I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know what it does? It certainly boosts the confidence of the guys in your lineup.
So now to the plate, Johnny Slinger, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
The count now at 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
This could have been much worse for the first baseman here. He goes up for the throw, leaving his feet, and exposes himself to a potentially devastating collision. He's lucky he didn't get taken out right here.
Stepping in, Akinori Yamazaki. He flew out in his last at-bat. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Back in standing. First pitch on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Now a throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Nobody out, runner on first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
A runner at first with no outs here. And that misses for ball four. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Yeah, and if you can make it all the way to the 6th inning before you give up a walk, you're doing something right. He's been very efficient so far, so we'll see if he can get back on track here.
Ready for another shot now, Doug Meadows. He's set and the pitch.
0-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be two. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
batting, the third baseman, Fred Blair.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Fred Blair. Here comes the first pitch. And a ball 1-0.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, the next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
The 2-0 on the way.
That's ball 3.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
And he'll lay off the cut fastball here as this misses off the plate for ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Bases are loaded with only one out. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
On its way is pitch number 75. Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind, 2-1. He's set, now the pitch. Line drive to left, and that's in there, base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well, and just like that, it's cut to 6-4 now.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
To the plate now, Dominique Durazo. Pitch popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. A 1 pitch on its way. Popped him up. Snow is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 28, Alvaro Lopez.
Stepping into the box, Alvaro Lopez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
From the stretch. Popped him up. Zemecki over to his left, and the inning is over. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. The Blazers lead it 6-4. Roberto Abreu enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Abreu.
Digging in, Junior Rodriguez.
The second baseman, Junior Rodriguez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Rodriguez hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The 1-1. And he fouls this one off.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Line toward right center. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. The throw into second. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat hit out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Standing in now, Zach Zimmer, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Comes set and the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Now back, the pitcher, Hunter McAllister.
Striding in, Hunter McAllister. First offering on its way. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one. Fastball called for strike two. A man at third with one away. Pitch popped up. Lopez waits on it, makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Now batting, right fielder, Richardson.
Now batting, Richard Richardson. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So striding in, Corey Pate. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is a ball down and away.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound.
This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Now here it comes. Fouled away. Line towards center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Now batting, the pitcher, Roberto Abreu.
Here comes Bob Melvin out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Santana.
Maurice Carter will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. And that misses, ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Now the 2-1 is going to be a drag bunt. He gets it down. Only play is to first, and a great job there off the bench as the sacrifice is successful.
He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
At the plate, Johnny Slinger. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Runner at second here with one man out. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested to see how this one finishes out.
Into the box now, Akinori Yamazaki. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Lifted in the air to center field. Richardson is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Doug Meadows.
So stepping in, Doug Meadows. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the offense right there. Nice piece of hitting. Executed his pitch away again, but the hitter was able to stay on time.
Into the box, Fred Blair, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Fouled off. And 2, here it is. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch, and we're all even now at 6-6. Buck Ponder will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Last half of the 7th here, and stepping up as the shortstop, Scott Jordan.
Scott Jordan.
Here's the first pitch to him. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line towards center field. Pate is there, and he has it for the first out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Now at the plate, Nori Dizzy. First pitch coming. Here it is. Low with the splitter. Ball 1.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor, 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Ball and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Good pitch there, called a strike on the inside corner. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Stepping in now, Colt Snow. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the left side. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. The 2-2 one more time. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch home. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
So digging in now, Leon Richardson is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. This is skied into short left center. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be the imposing power bat, Todd Alexander. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oh, that's low.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, Dominic Durazo.
Digging in now, Dominic Durazo. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Now the 1-0.
Nope, that's the ball.
High and away, not close. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Is looked at for the first strike. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Rodriguez takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Number 28, Alvaro Lopez.
Stepping into the box, Alvaro Lopez. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
2 out, nobody on. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Now the 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Dominique
attention, please.
Diaz is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch.
Number 76.
John Olson is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 5.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and now it'll be the catcher, Martin Zemecki. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Whoa, that's kicked out. Down.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And the pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
In now, Junior Rodriguez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 0-1 on its way. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Zach Zimmer.
Striding into the box, Zach Zimmer. He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air to right field. Meadows is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Bob Melvin's going to make his way out for a conference at home plate, and it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Michael Robinson will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Mad Dog Jackson will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Coming to the plate now, Corey Kate. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Richardson is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out.
The batter on the phone. First out. John Olsen.
Stepping up now, John Olsen. First pitch of the at-bat. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Olsen stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Now the 2-0 is taken, ball 3.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
That's in there, 3-1. And a great location that time on the corner, 3-2 now.
3-2.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Another payoff pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
So striding forward now, Johnny Slinger is one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count.
Hey, this is the left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
The 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Now a chopper to first. Might only get one. Reined in. One there. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Here's the first pitch. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Ready with the 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now the 0-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Richardson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Now at the plate, Mad Dog Jackson.
The third baseman, Mad Dog Jackson.
Here comes the first pitch.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
0-1. Here it comes.
1-1.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
At the plate, Richard Richardson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Now here's the pitch.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
The 0-2 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
Here now the 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Slinger will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Scott Jordan.
Into the box now, Scott Jordan. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and 1 strike. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Very high, 2-1. Two and 1. Here it is. Slapped hard the opposite way, and a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. We are into extra innings, and standing in the rookie outfielder, Doug Meadows. First pitch of the at-bat.
All 1. Nope, it's tonight, ball 2.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
How about it? First baseman. Blair.
Digging in, Fred Blair. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
0-1.
Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Well, I'm glad to get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
At the plate now, Todd Alexander. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Into his windup, the 1-0. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it. Too high, ball 3.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Into the windup, the payoff pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there, especially in extra innings. He didn't try to win the thing by himself or be a hero. He just patiently worked the bat until he earned the walk. We'll see if his teammates can pick him up now.
Jalen Brown will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. Brown stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He's a 15-year Major League vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
The 1-1 pitch. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Nick Montgomery comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Nori Dizzy.
Nori Dizzy.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
0-1, no strike.
Now the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Grounded back up the middle. And this is going to get through into center, so there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
Love the approach right there to get on base with a leadoff knock. To start the bottom of the 10th. They don't want this game to go any farther than this. They want to end it right now. Let's see how the manager plays this.
So now to the plate, Colt Snow, as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit. Throw comes into the infield, and the winning run moves up to second now with nobody out.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, Vero. He's turning April showers into May Fowlers right now.
There's no doubt about it. This guy has gotten off to a hot start, but it's his ability to use the whole field. That's what's made the difference. He's not just pull happy or trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving him.
Leon Richardson shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back 1-0. A possible winning run on second. No one out. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out.
Now batting, the catcher, Martin.
Settling in now, Martin Zemecki. He's looking to bring home the winning run from third. Here's the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Possible winning run just 90 feet away here. One away. 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Now the 2-0. Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Lifted down the line in left. And they do, in fact, let it land foul. Very smart. This is lined into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you could win this thing in walk-off fashion, what a way to win a ball game. A walk-off win?
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. The Blazers posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Michael Robinson claims the win out of the pen his first. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 7 runs on 14 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the visitors, 6 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 36 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.